Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacqs and thank you for joining me for day 4 of our Crafty birthday countdown. I have been filming these introductions ahead of time, so I have no idea what we're creating today, but I'm so excited. So before I go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the giveaway. Let's get started. So I was trying to figure out what to do for today, and I thought about doing a loaded pocket or loaded envelope. I've never done either of those before. And I was looking on YouTube for inspiration and came across a video that totally changed my mind on creating an envelope or pocket, but created something similar. And I used Echo Park Fashionista. I love this collection. I've used it a couple times now and I'm addicted. So here is the project. It is a like loaded box, if you will. That's what it will be, but it's like a treat box or a box. I found the inspiration from Carol Herlock, and she did houses and they were really cute, and I immediately thought of Fashionista collection. And I can't say enough of how much I love this. It was really exciting to do this, and I have never really done a flower collaging thing, and I really love that. And for the paper clip here, I actually took this gold tool off of a golden paper clip that I had it on, and then hot glued the bow to this, and then hot glued it to this clothespin. I love that idea as well. So the box, or to me, this is like a fashion mall, and we have this little girl leaving the mall where she did all her shopping with her little shopping bags there. Super cute. And on the top is some flowers from Prima. I've added some wedding, I think it's from Brothers and Sisters, this little thing here and these leaves. I did add some tulle behind that right here, and then added this cute little retail therapy sign and some Doris bling back here on the top there. Now this does have 2 holes in it to where you can use ribbon, and I'll show you that in a moment. Here is one of the sides, and I made a window as if you were window shopping, added some more bling here. Now I will link Carol's video down below because she does tell you how to create a window, steps, things that go on a house, and it's fabulous. And here I was going to do that, and I decided just to use my Cricut. It was quicker. I was already running behind getting this out to you guys, so I created the window and then added some more of the black and white trim at the top. On the back side, here you'll see the bow that I tied, and I added some bling here. I can't remember where that's from. I got it from Michael's. Added a One Fine Day enamel dot along with this cut apart from the collection. And I added another little girl from the collection, and she is leaving her shopping trip as well. I can't say I love this so much. And here is the other window, and I have some images in there that I fussy cut and glued in behind that. Now what I've done is I've left this open. I didn't glue it all down so that when I mail it, I can lay it flat. Because what I've decided to do is let this be a giveaway item, so it will lay flat. And then that way it won't get all smushed and ruined when I'm shipping it. But there will be goodies in it. I'll show you the size of that. So here's the inside. So you see you get a really large amount here of room to put things in. And then of course it closes like a milk carton. So this measures 7 1/4 inches tall, 3 1/4 inches wide, and the width of the front is 5. So I hope you guys love this as much as I do. You'll see that the awning, if you will, comes out and is free from the box just a little bit. It makes it look even more like a little storefront. And I am loving, loving, loving it. I did create a tutorial of how to construct the box and provided some measurements. To get started, we're going to need 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and this is 110-pound weight. We're going to score in our scoreboard at 1/4 of an inch. And 5 1/4. Next, we're going to turn this one time to the left-hand side. What you'll have is the 1/4 of an inch score line at the bottom, and then we're going to score at 3/4, 3 1/2, and 7 3/4. You're going to want to do that for the other cardstock piece as well. Now that we have our scoring done, we're going to do some cutting on our papers. So with the 1/4 of an inch score line going down the left-hand side, on the left-hand side, there is a little box, and we need to cut that out. So we're going to start here at the score line and go into the first score line. Geez, and I thought craft paper was hard to show you guys. Okay, so we have that cut out. With the 1/4 of an inch score line on the left, again, we're going to go to the very bottom score line that goes across and cut out this box. Now what we're going to do is move over to the next score line that goes up and down, and we're going to cut that up to the first score line. Now turn this to the right, and at the top we will have another box here, and we're going to cut that out. So when you get that done, this is what you'll see. I'm going to put these here so you can see that. Now for our second piece of cardstock, what we're going to do is cut the entire strip off at the top that is at the 3/4 inch score mark. So this piece came off the top, and what we need to do is come down here to the left-hand corner and cut out that little sliver piece there that we did last time. And then we're also going to cut up where you go over to the next score line, cut that up to the first score line that you run into. And now we have our pages cut. We need to do one more thing. With the piece of cardstock that has the tab at the top, what we need to do is focus on the block that is below the piece that got cut out, and we need to find the center mark of this square. To find the center, you can use your scoreboard and go from one edge of the block, which is 5/4, 5 1/4, to 8 1/2, or you can use your ruler, and it comes out to be 6 7/8, which is the center. So put a little pencil mark there. Now what we need to do is to put this in our scoreboard where we can create a line, a score line, that goes from this point of our pencil mark to the corner. There. So use any score line on the board and match the top point to the end of the box corner here. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Match the top of our pencil mark to the corner mark. This is going to be a little bit harder. Okay, now what we do is fold forward on that score line and burnish it. And then we're going to do the same thing with our other score line, fold forward. Next, we will burnish all of our score lines. Now we'll do the same with our second page, and that would be to burnish all of these score lines. At this point, what we're going to do is put these two pieces together to form the box, and you're going to want to have the 1/4 of an inch tab on one side and another 1/4 of an inch tab on the right hand side. You'll notice that they'll line up, but the tab will be at the top and you'll only have one of those. Hope that makes sense. All right, I'm going to start with this side. You can use wet glue or adhesive tape, whatever your preference is. So when I line this up, I'm going to line it up with the score line here, not to the top. So I'm lining them up and pushing that down. I kind of lined it up so the bottom would be level and then pushed forward. So you'll see there's just a little tab, and I can cut that off. Okay, let's try this side. Just wanted to show you. So we're tucking in the 1/4 of an inch tab there, gluing that down. Burnish that really good. Now that everything is glued, we have a making of a box. We will go to the bottom end where we have the two tabs that are basically the same size, and then two additional tabs that are slightly larger, like that. We will have the score lines with the triangle at the top. So what we'll do at this point is glue these two tabs together and then glue the other tabs together. I think what I'll do is go in there and kind of burnish that down. And then I'll come back out to glue this panel down. Square that up and press down. Now we'll go in here and burnish again. Okay, so now we have our box all created. I have glue all over my fingers. Okay, now that we got the bottom all glued up, we need to round off these corners. I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper. And about 1/4 of an inch I'm going to use. So we're probably going to have to fold these in to get them to round. Okay. Once you round off your corners, you can close this off by pushing in on the 2 sides if you're having any trouble. And that shuts. And it creates a little box, and you can use this to create like a little dog house or a house, which is what I'm going to do. Now, as you know, this box closes into the roof. However, if you want to have a box that is like a milk carton or a treat box with the 2 tabs up at the top, you just would not, you would just repeat page 1 2 times instead of the way that I showed you. It just gives you an alternate way of creating this box. So keep that in mind. If you want to have this style, you leave both tabs at the top and follow the directions for page 1 and do that with the 2 pieces of cardstock. Now, I don't really plan on doing a tutorial to decorate, but I did want to go through some of the measurements for you. So for the top piece here, or the roof is what we would call it, because I'm creating this to be like a dress shop, something like that. So to cover this part here is what I'm calling the roof, and the handle, you're going to need a piece that is 5 by 4, and then I took this punch and made a decorative edge on both pieces. So you'll need 2 of those, and it will fit right here. There will be a little overhang, but that's just like a regular store. So it'll be like this on the top. Now, I already punched holes, so I'll just have to re-punch those. I'm going to put ribbon through there, I think. The next pieces you'll need are for the front and back of the store, so to speak. You'll need 2 of these, and these are 5 by 4 1/4. So here and here. For the sides of this box, you'll need 2 pieces again, and I think I'm going to use this side, like it's the inside of the store. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then if you want to put a decorative piece here on both of those little triangles, you'll need 2 pieces of those. And when you go to cut these out, they will be 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. And then what I did was I found the center of that square and cut the angles, just like we did when we created the sides of these boxes. And then this should fit right in there. So I hope that helps you in decorating. I probably will put a piece on the bottom as well, and that measures 5 by 3, a little bit over 3. So I think that should help you in knowing the measurements for this, but I will also have the link down below to the individual that I came across on YouTube that created this. She has a fabulous video. I did think it was a little foggy, So that's why I kind of redid the tutorial. But she has measurements, and she also talks about how to create windows and doors and steps, and I thought you might be interested in that as well. So that link will be down below in the description box. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.